It's also a good thing to separate the cocks and hens after the breeding season. But now it only took them less than 5 minutes to pair up again. And it's only a matter of time and they'll be sitting on eggs. These two birds that I'm just about to show you, the cocks, which is on the left side, is a Roland Jansen from Alex Mella, and the one on the right side is the hen, which is from Simon Kennedy. It's a great pair. I didn't breed these two last season, and because we didn't really have enough time, so I decided not to, because I don't think there was any point of doing so many late breeds. So now just below here is this blue, which is the cock, Gabi van der Biele from Robert List, and the one on the right side, which is the hen, is actually the daughter of the red badge from Simon Kennedy. So this hen actually gave us two magnificent birds last year. Always the first and the second one here inside our loft during the young birds race. So we've still got them, and they happen to be hens. So yeah, fantastic. We're hoping for some repeats, or maybe even better. Another pair that we didn't breed last season, and purely for the fact that this cock that we're looking at now is the bird brass spinning. We actually raised this as a young bird. It's given to us, and this one on the left side is a Leo Harriman's from Simon Kennedy. So we didn't use that Leo Harriman's for breeding last year, and because obviously we acquired that bird quite later on this season, and so there's no point of breeding it, because we won't be able to raise the offsprings anyway. Two fantastic birds again from Simon Kennedy. These two came from Simon Kennedy's big truck bloodline. I chose to pair these two because of their similarities in terms of the eye sign, the wingspan, the tail, the weight, the body shape. We didn't breed out of these two last season because we didn't have time. We actually acquired these two back in August. These two birds are both Gabi van den Biele. However, we're only using these two birds as our sitters. They've been absolutely brilliant doing the job. I'm sure, without a doubt, that if I breed this and raise the young birds, I'm sure we'll have some cracking birds from these two as well. But for now, they will remain as sitters. This blue bird here is the hen that we raised as a young bird. It actually came 5th in a club race towards the end of the racing season, and we are pairing it to this red, which is another Simon Kennedy's bird. These two birds make a lovely pair. These two birds are from our friend up in Thornhill. Ray was given to us towards like kind of April-ish. So we managed to actually raise the one on the left side. So we've still got it. It's a very consistent bird for us. So yeah, thanks to Paul Frayne again. So through Paul Frayne, we actually met Ray, who actually gave us these two birds. Fantastic. We also have still two more of his birds in the back of the loft in there, and in the cock section. Two great birds again from Alex Mella. They're both Roland Jansens. The blue on the left, it was given to us by Alex Mella as a late bred, and we actually raised it, so it completed the race from start to finish all the way down to Lyndhurst. And the Gristle, the father of this Gristle is from Alex Mella as well. Yep, so we're all set really for breeding, and we've moved all the breeders back here again into this section while they're breeding. So after the breeding season is finished, so we're gonna move them back to stocks again and separate them. And yeah, so far I think we've chosen the good ones. I believe so anyway. But again, you know what I mean, the pedigrees do not fly like everybody says, so we're gonna have to work harder to get the best out of these birds. And as you can see here now, look, they're all paired and ready to go. So again, we have the two sitters that are on standby and ready to go as well. So once that goes, that's fantastic. Everything's gonna go very well, hopefully. We're hoping to breed a lot of the specific pair. That's why we have these two sitters on standby. Good source of calcium this is. So we gave them some grits this afternoon, just a little bit. So we used the red pots in there anyway. Yeah, so they don't need much, to be honest. They only need a few bits and pieces of these grits and minerals. So what I tend to do is I use the pots for the grits, and the D cups, the white D cups, I use for the water, and also and for the main feeds. And after the feeding, I'll remove the D cups with the water, turn them upside down. And then, you know, so it drains it off. So I don't tend to leave it there because it gets really dirty. So we are feeding the birds at the moment with just a basic breed and wean, you know, to build. I used him to I used these feeds to build them back up and getting them ready for breeding, and it does the job. So that's what we'll have as well during the breeding season. Now that's looking good, isn't it? So we shall be expecting some eggs, and within the next 10 days, hopefully. We're gonna introduce the breeding pots on Tuesday. It is now Sunday. I didn't really get a chance to do it today, but I don't think I needed to because I wanted to pair first. But when I come back tomorrow, I'm gonna wash them off, antibacterial them again because they've been out here in the rain, and then dry them. And then on Tuesday evening, yeah, this is when we start introducing these to the breeders. 6 p.m. and it's feeding time for the birds. We don't overfeed birds here by any means, purely because it's no good for them either anyway, overeating. And also what tends to happen is they pick and choose as well, so it's not good for the pocket when the birds start wasting food. So we only give them just enough for them. So if I come back and notice that they're still wanting some more, so I just put a little bit more. And breeding season, you know, coming along is, you know, it changes a completely different ball game. Obviously I tend to feed them with a little bit of extra food, especially when they're feeding the youngins, because obviously they need to maintain good level of nutrition in them as well, for them to look after these youngins, and making sure that the youngins get all the nutrients they need. Well, there's no time to waste, he says. So here we go, he's getting on with the business. I paired that cock up, as you can see, with the bird granddaughter of the red badge from Simon Kennedy. We also raised that pied bird, blue pied bird anyway, and it's always a second bird back in our loft during the young birds race. So hopefully it's gonna produce a good one.